Yeah. Until you sell it out, I'm going to keep doing this. If you somehow don't know, I announced a very big tour recently. I'm going to 62 different cities, 15 different countries. I guarantee I'm going to be in a city near you, so come see me, noelmillerlive.com. Don't sleep. Buy a fucking ticket. Buy a damn ticket right now. Hello, everyone. We're back again, reading opinions from people who just recently stopped saying the N-word. It's unpopular opinions from reddit.com. Yeah, we'll just get into a couple of these, see how people feel, and see if we spark some controversy within the audience. That's you guys. See if you guys get fired up. Maybe you agree. Maybe you disagree. We'll find out. First one, unpopular opinion. Asians are the superior race. Interesting. No one said that. I just wanted to see where you guys were at. If you're from the YouTube review staff, this is just satire. Okay? We're just joking. I do shows like this in my spare time. Yeah, we're just messing around. So, we're good. Yo, this one is cold, man. I like this right here. As a retail slave, I don't think there should be any need for me to ask how your day is. Yo, I think this is popular. This is very popular. Neither side of this situation wants to tell a random person about their day. Most people are having a shitty day and a normal person doesn't want to tell a random stranger. But still, there's thousands that do tell me about their shitty day. This sucks the energy out of me. It's like being a speed shrink. On the flip side, the simple back and forth of, hey, how are you? Good, thanks. You? Good is enough to make me feel like an NPC in Skyrim. It is true, man. When you work in retail, the amount of information you get told and you didn't fucking ask. It's crazy. This top comment, I think, perfectly encapsulates it. Would you like a bag? My husband died 12 years ago on the 9th. Yeah, dude. Here's the problem with working in retail, too. Retail is America's version of, that is a daycare for old people. When I worked in retail, the amount of old people that would come in repeatedly to the same store, knowing all the shit that was in there, just to sort of, be on the Truman Show and have conversations, that was their Grand Theft Auto. That was their game server. They just pull up and they go, I'm going to talk to the guy in the blue shirt again. That shit is horrific. Because then even as a retail employee, then you got to stand there and entertain this person's conversation. And when you're young, you just look at that and it's scary. You feel like you're looking at death. You get the vibe of their existence and you go, fuck, hopefully not me. I pray to God, not me. And I would say genuinely, if I'm old and one of you remembers me from YouTube and I'm just repeatedly showing up to the electronics store, like talking to you about various technology and stuff, shoot me. In the parking lot. If I'm like 60 and I'm just hobbling out to my autopilot car, just be like, Mr. Miller, and I go, huh? Big fan. Yes, I just want to do you this favor, sir. I've actually stated before, if I'm old and I cannot walk across the street in the time allotted, run my shit over. Take me out. That's Squid Games for old people in America. That's the red light, green light. And that shit is just counting down 25, 24, 23, and everyone at the stoplight just fucking firing up their electric engines. Just a row of Teslas. I like how I say this like a Tesla isn't already trying to hit a person. It's interesting. Self-harm as an old person isn't difficult. Just stand in front of a Mustang. It'll get you. Eventually, it'll come for you. I think remarrying after a spouse dies is like cheating. This is interesting. I like already where this is going. I feel it's kind of weird to remarry after you lose a spouse/partner. That is, if you truly loved each other. I mean, death is not divorce. It's just unintended physical separation. Right. Yeah, I unintentionally physically separated myself from you. Like being abducted or forced to go on a very long trip in a faraway country with the possibility of never seeing each other again. Sure. So you're saying, just before I read any further, the logic here is that we should hold widows and, I don't know, what's a male widow? Widow, PlayStation 5 owner? Okay. Yes, someone who has got a now dead spouse, we got to hold them to the same standard as military wives, right? Because military wives get villainized for cheating on their dude for going to Kuwait for like 6 months. And there's a possibility that they never come back. So I guess your logic would be, if we are so critical as a society of people who, you know, cheat on high school graduates going to the Middle East, we should definitely be critical of those who sleep around after their spouse is dead. That's sort of what I'm getting, but let's continue. I don't consider myself religious, but if there is an afterlife after this by any chance and a reunion happens and you live forever... Alina definitely wrote this one. She's
writing the next one. Right?
Yeah, she's not even making eye contact. Hey, what? What? Why are you shaking your head? You want to be involved? All right. I don't consider myself religious, but if there's a life after this by any chance and a reunion happens and you live forever with the loved ones you lost in your life, who's to be your spouse now? Oh, man. Showing up to heaven with a side chick? Huh? Oh, nah. Not like this. Not like this. This is hilarious. Yeah. What do you mean you've coupled up with someone else? Oh, it's just like, after you got hit by the bus, I was feeling quite lonely in it, and I just thought, like, maybe, you know, if I've got like a little time in here, I should, you know, live the full experience of life and just figure out like who the one is for me, really. That'd be hilarious. You get to heaven with your new person and you dump that old motherfucker. You will have to let go of one of them after having so many precious and special memories together. Is there space for two loves in one heart? Depending on who you ask, they would say yes. Yo, this is great. Spoilers for the Walking Dead series. Yo, no one should be watching that at this point. Yo, if you still watch The Walking Dead and you watch my channel, find a new show. So much other TV out there. How many different ways can they kill and escape zombies? How many stories can be told in an apocalyptic scenario? I mean, really. Okay, here's a bunch of Walking Dead references I don't fucking understand. Popularity of this one, I would rate this pretty unpopular. I think this user has set out to actually say something that's not popular. I think most people would say fucking around when you're dead is for sure valid. You know, because people do it while their spouse is still alive. Maybe that's just on the spouse. He should have thought about what it meant to go to Kuwait, you know, and he should have not been thinking about that Dodge Charger. All right, moving on. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. YouTubers whine too much for the job they have. Let's go. I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't have a dog in this fight. Every few months, some videos trend of influencers with millions of subscribers. Oh, you just reminded me of something.
I have millions of subscribers.
No, I just had to check my YouTube studio. Every few months, some videos trend of the influencers with millions of subscribers complaining about getting screwed by the algorithm or something. I'm sorry that the job that makes you millions and lets you do whatever you want and take weeks off of work while you peddle the hard work to editors does a small inconvenience every now and then. Boo fucking who. It genuinely makes me wish a lot of them made pennies for pay. Okay. Edit. Okay, since I apparently have to specify, this is not about small creators or even average size creators. Well, what's wrong with being small or average? He didn't even say that. That was just me, you know, projecting other people's problems into a sentence. This is about the type of YouTuber with millions in dollars and subs who see an issue like what happened with Corey Kenshin. Oh, way to tell on yourself, buddy. And make a video where they all make it about themselves and they're hard up for cash and they're in a mansion and have shit like a Lambo. Okay, he started out vague, then he name drops. And that's where I think this opinion would be pretty unpopular. It's really reductive to say that complaining about the algorithm is, don't bitch about it when you see an inconsistency. I think if anything, if you're a large creator on a platform, a largely followed person on a platform, and you see an inconsistency, only you have the ability to call it out in some way. Only you can bring attention to it. If it happens to a small or medium-sized creator, no one gives a fuck. So I would say what you interpret as whining is more of a personal thing. I don't think you see the world the way other people do. And I just feel that way after you got specific here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to rate this. In the beginning was unpopular, but I think this next bit I don't know if that many people would agree. So I'm just laughing that, Yeah, like when Corey Kenshin started complaining, it's just really, really, really specific. Yeah, I don't know. I just hate it when guys like Corey Kenshin start complaining. Really? Interesting. Yeah, it's just like kind of frustrating when people like Corey Kenshin start like bitching about the algorithm. It's like, stop talking. That's what it's giving
It's
right now.
giving specific.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Jeff Bezos loves this one right here. Crying in the bathroom at work should be normal. Jeff would agree. Jeff would say, what's the big fucking deal? I literally cry like once a week at work in the bathroom for no reason at all. Well, technically there's a reason, but nothing that I'm sad or upset about. I work in a very fast-paced industry where I'm forced to be creative and inspired every day. And it can be so stressful, so I think I just cry so that I don't actually freak out and start complaining to everyone. You need to try it if you have a stressful job or just on your break. I guess it doesn't have to be in the bathroom. Hot take, you should cry more under stress. You should just cry. Yeah. That was literally my next bit is, sounds like a YouTuber. Yeah, I mean, if you're a YouTuber, you just cry in your Lamborghini. That's all you do. It's more comfortable in there. The loud exhaust kind of drowns it out. Your neighbors can't hear you crying, so you don't sound so weak to the rest of the world. You just fire up the V12 and just under the and you wipe your eyes with your brand deal contracts, which is tough. You have to go print those out because they're usually DocuSigns. You don't normally sign those by hand. But, it's like a good reminder that it's not so bad when you look down at your $600,000 Candy Crush offer and you go, oh, everything's so terrible. I would say nailed it. This is not a popular opinion. I don't think anyone agrees with crying in the bathroom at work. Now, I'm just thinking about certain job professions, like do they cry in the bathroom at work, You think baristas ever break down after getting yelled at all day? Medical care is for people only. Ooh, I like this. If your pet's medical bill is greater than $1,000, it's terribly, terribly sad, but that should be the end of their lifespan. I like this, dude. Some people are attached to their pets as they are their actual children. This is bordering delusional. I like where this is going. My dog gives me immense joy, but I know deep down it's a domesticated animal. I've heard of coworkers and other relatives spending close to $20,000 on pet health. Great for that dog. But can you imagine the genuine difference you can make in another person's life? Especially in America, where our human healthcare costs are crippling in themselves. Ideally, yes, we have a better system, and we don't have to pick and choose. But medical instrumentation, medicine, etc. are insanely expensive to produce, and as a society, those resources should be properly allocated to people. As he makes an edit, okay, 1,000 is way too small of a threshold. Curious to what other thresholds are. Certainly there's a limit. This was prompted by someone saying they spent $10,000 on a cat's epilepsy just for it to run away and never be found less than a year later. Damn, dude. Tinder swindlers comes in all forms, man. I wonder if that cat just faked it. I have an epilepsy. You have to take me in. And then it went in. It was like, no, I'm good. Give me the money. And then it took off on you. Within one comment now, this has devolved into immediately a discussion of government and a failure of government. Looking at everything you've put forward here today, I would say this opinion would be popular with people who want to kill people. I think people who think about murder like this idea. They're like, yeah, more than 1,000? Fuck no. Kill it. I'll do it. I think people with a certain degree of empathy, voids to fill, lonely lives, millennials mainly, would be devastated by this idea of just more than 1,000, put the fucking dog down. And more than 5K, put the fucking dog down. When you say things like 20K, dude, people spend 20K on dumber shit. Like a BMW 328i with no air conditioning. At least a dog is going to bring you joy. Beamer, you might get some head. But hey, a dog? All right. That's not popular. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Peanut butter baby. These are some good ones, man. Oh, here's one who's definitely on a registered offender list. All public beaches and public pools should be clothing optional. Yeah, I don't know, champ. I don't know, man. But you know what? I would say this is unpopular. Obviously, I think private property is the proprietor's rules in general. However, I think public nudity should not be criminalized unless you can illustrate a sexual intent. Okay, he's trying to add nuance to his view. All right. Nudists should have the right to be fully non-sexually nude, especially on public beaches and pools. I think our internalized shame about our bodies cause a lot of problems. There are some indications that Americans' attitudes on casual nudity have loosened, such as free the nipple. It would also help with body positivity, as we would be more aware of different body types and appearances. I'm not indicating this would be a panacea solution to problems, but I honestly think relaxed attitudes around nudity would be a step in the right direction. Okay. So on one hand, we could say my comment about being on a sex offender list is my internalized shame for my body and nudity in general. On the other hand, I would say I don't think kids should be naked in public. So I think what you're saying is unpopular. But, I don't want to completely discount the nuance to your view. I just think you're going to have a hard time convincing a lot of people of this. So fair play to him. You've done what you're supposed to do. You've made something that I would say is unpopular. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. If you got a horrific take, drop it in the comments. I would say if there was ever a safe place to put out a bad opinion, it's the internet. Definitely you will be understood and not taken out of context. So definitely let us know what your thoughts are. And until then, we'll see you on the next one. Yeah, goodbye.
I didn't come here to play, nah, I came with a plan. I'm the star inside my circle, I'm the pentagram, whoa. Making sacrifices just to get the land, oh. I'm trying to see how fast that hurricane go. Eyes burning, no sleep, hustle is OD. Collecting heavy notes, call that